Ballyhampshire, Tiepolino and Pirate Jack. Hilly Way is 18 to 1 from 16s. Nicky Tam and Wilburine 20 to 1. Wilburine is shot out in the betting from 16s, 25 to 1 bar.
So the money is for Brave Jack. They're in from 7s to 5.5 to 1. This horse, who has run particularly well this season without actually winning. Well, wouldn't this be a marvellous race for him to win? This race, of course, qualifies them for next year's National, anyone that finishes in the first 4. And they're in the quartered colours. In fact, we've just missed him. They're standing still there. This is Durham Lad, trained by Bob Champion for his mother-in-law. He says that she's far from the most difficult of his owners and far better than most mother-in-laws go. He's very pleased to be training this one for her, and he really fancies it. It ran behind Brave Jack last time out, and with a bit of luck, ought to be thereabouts. Churchfield Boy, 5 to 1 favourite. Brave Jack, 11 to 2. St Taffy, 8 to 1. Cumby, 8 to 1. 12 to 1 bar. There is Brave Jack just walking away from us now on the left of the picture, yellow cap and the dark vest. Brave Jack, that's the one for the money, and trained by Pam Sykes, who's a very able trainer. She's had a quiet time of late because horses were a bit virused, but they're back, and so let's join Peter.
And they're running, and these 19 runners with 18 fences to jump, and the first they come to in the Topham will be number 13 in the Grand National. And forcing the pace is Churchfield Boy from Nicky Tam and Man Alive, with St Taffy on the inside as they come to the first. Nicky Tam and Ballyhampshire, and Churchfield Boy a faller at the first. Churchfield Boy has gone at the first fence. The horse is up all right, continuing riderless. His rider's just got to his feet. Nicky Tam, who has to go to the front or he loses interest, has in fact hit the front now as they jump the second. From Ballyhampshire in second, then comes Man Alive. Behind them comes St Taffy. Behind St Taffy is Oak Lawn, and then General Rock, and then comes Major Knight and Tiepolino and Wilburine, and they're coming down now to the chair, which will be number 15 in the Grand National. One of the most daunting fences on the course, with Nicky Tam in the lead from St Taffy and Ballyhampshire and Oak Lawn and General Rock, and follow there Ballyhampshire. Ballyhampshire has gone, and so's Durham Lad. Ballyhampshire and Durham Lad have both gone, and coming now to the water with Nicky Tam taking him along from General Rock and St Taffy and Tiepolino. Nicky Tam has been forced out there. His rider's on the floor. He's up on his feet, so they're being preceded now by riderless horses as they go out in the country, with General Rock in the lead now from Tiepolino, Oak Lawn, and then St Taffy on the inside. Pirate Jack right up with them, and as they run down towards the Milling Road, St Taffy has gone to the front on the inside. On the outside is General Rock. Between horses is Oak Lawn, with Pirate Jack next, and then Major Knight, and behind them Tiepolino. Then behind them come Major Tip, and behind Major Tip is Magic Tip rather, is Green Dolphin. And as they run down to this fence, it's over to you, John Hanmer.
And in the centre of the course, it's General Rock and Tiepolino. On the near side, St Taffy, Oak Lawn, Pirate Jack, the grey Man Alive right up with them, and in fact almost landed in the lead. They're all over that safely, and coming to the next, Man Alive, the grey from Tiepolino, General Rock, then Magic Tip, Oak Lawn, St Taffy on the inside as they jump the next. Man Alive over first. Again, they're all over safely. Hilly Way, the back marker, and coming to the big ditch right in front of me, it's Man Alive, Tiepolino, General Rock, Magic Tip, Pirate Jack, Oak Lawn, then Moonlight Express. Behind, and the faller there was Magic Tip. Magic Tip, the only one to go. The last two over it, a Royal Friend and Hilly Way going to the next. Man Alive, Tiepolino, General Rock, Pirate Jack, and Moonlight Express as we join Julian Wilson.
Man Alive over that one clear. He fell at the last in last year's National, but he's giving Neil Doughty a marvellous ride here. Towards the outside is Tiepolino with General Rock, and Moonlight Express towards the inside is Pirate Jack as they come to the one before Beechers. And Man Alive is over from Pirate Jack and Tiepolino, and on the outside General Rock, and they're all over that one as they run down towards Beechers, with Man Alive the leader, from Pirate Jack in second, Tiepolino third, then General Rock behind that, then a gap back to Moonlight Express and St Taffy and Brave Jack as Man Alive jumps Beechers. Man Alive over from Tiepolino, Pirate Jack and General Rock, and they're all over Beechers, all the leaders. Hilly Way makes a bad mistake at the back but gets away with it as they come down to the 11th fence in this, the 7th in the Grand National, and Man Alive jumps it clear from in second place Pirate Jack. Tiepolino is third, General Rock behind that and St Taffy, then Green Dolphin and Kumbi still going well, then Wilburine and Brave Jack going past him, then Moonlight Express and Oak Lawn, and behind Oak Lawn is Major Knight as the leader comes to the canal turn and makes a bad mistake but gets away with it. And the leader's all over the canal turn, with Man Alive now joined in the lead by Pirate Jack. Then comes Tiepolino and St. Taffy and Green Dolphin, and behind that is Brave Jack still making ground, and they jumped Valentine's there, and Pirate Jack just fractionally leads over it from Man Alive in second, Tiepolino third, St. Taffy and Green Dolphin and Brave Jack and Moonlight Express and General Rock as we rejoin John Hammer.
And they've got 4 to jump, and it's Man Alive and Pirate Jack from Tiepolino, General Rock, St. Taffy come by, then Green Dolphin, then Brave Jack. Royal Friend has been pulled up. Over the next, Man Alive from Pirate Jack, Tiepolino, General Rock, then St. Taffy, Moonlight Express and Brave Jack. Then come by Green Dolphin, Major Knight and Wilburine, and Oak Lawn has refused. Hilliway's tailed off, and this is the third last. Man Alive's run out. Man Alive ran out of that, and that leaves Pirate Jack in front of Moonlight Express, Tiepolino, then St. Taffy, Brave Jack, Major Knight, General Rock come by, Wilburine, then Green Dolphin and Hilliway, and back to Peter O'Sullivan.
Pirate Jack in the lead from Tiepolino, then comes Moonlight Express and St. Taffy behind them, Major Knight, and still improving his Brave Jack and getting right on the heels of the leaders. General Rock comes next. Behind General Rock is Kumbi, and the rest are virtually out of it. Racing now towards the second last fence in this Kaltenburg Pills, and it's Tiepolino in the lead, being pressed by St. Taffy, Moonlight Express, then Major Knight, then Brave Jack. Coming down to the second last now. Tiepolino from St. Taffy, Major Knight, Brave Jack, Moonlight Express, Kumbi at the second last. Tiepolino lands in the lead from, Major Knight a faller there. Major Knight has gone, left Tiepolino clear of St. Taffy and Brave Jack as they come down to the final fence. Tiepolino in the lead, is rider looking over his right shoulder. Looks as though he's only got a jump, although he's got a long way to run from the fence. Tiepolino lands in the lead. St. Taffy jumps it second. Brave Jack jumps it third. Kumbi jumps it fourth. Racing towards the elbow in the Kaltenburg Pills, and Tiepolino is clear of St. Taffy, Brave Jack, Kumbi and Moonlight Express. Coming to the elbow now with a furlong to run in the Kaltenburg Pills, and Tiepolino still being pressed by this strong finisher, always St. Taffy. But it's Tiepolino still. St. Taffy coming right over to the stand side as he swerves under pressure. Tiepolino on the far side. St. Taffy beginning to get up on the near side. It's Tiepolino on the far side. St. Taffy on the near side as they come to the line. Tiepolino's going to hold him at the line. Tiepolino wins the Kaltenburg Pills. St. Taffy is second and Kumbi third. Brave Jack 4. 5 behind them comes Moonlight Express, and then Hilliway and General Rock, and behind General Rock was Wilburine, and then Pirate Jack, and the only other finisher is Green Dolphin. And so the result of the Kaltenburg Pills, the first running of this former Topham Chase. First, number 13, Tiepolino, owned by Mrs. B.D. House, Mrs. Bird House, trained by Kevin Bishop and ridden by Hugh Davis. Second was number 2, St. Taffy, owned by Mrs. L.M. Drescher and Mr. P.J. Drescher, trained by John Webber and ridden by Anthony Webber. And third was number 9, Kumbi, owned by Mr. D.A. Lunt and Mr. Tom Webster, trained by Ginger McCain, Donald McCain, right here at Southport, and ridden by Reg Crank. Fourth was number 12, Brave Jack. Here's how they came into these